Welcome back to the Coins channel. Today we are diving deep into the world of the legendary Lincoln penny, especially the 1961D mint variety, a coin that looks simple at first glance but carries a surprising story full of history, mystery, and market value that most people never even imagine. So sit back, relax, and get ready to explore a coin that might be sitting quietly in your drawer right now, yet could be worth far more than you think. When we talk about the Lincoln penny, we are talking about one of the most iconic coins in American coinage history. Introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, this coin immediately became a favorite among collectors. Over the decades, billions of these cents entered circulation, but not all of them are the same. Some carry unique minting errors, rare conditions, and hidden details that transform an ordinary 1-cent coin into a valuable collectible worth hundreds, thousands, and sometimes even more. The 1961D Lincoln penny is one of those coins that has recently caught major attention due to rising demand and exciting discoveries. In the year 1961, the Denver Mint produced over 1.7 billion pennies. With such huge numbers, one would think these coins are extremely common and hold no special value. But collectors know that high mintage does not always mean low value. What really decides the price of a coin is rarity, condition, errors, and the current market trend. And right now, the market for vintage Lincoln pennies is heating up. Collectors are paying big amounts for coins in exceptional condition, especially those with mint errors or high-grade certifications. Even a small detail can mean the difference between a coin worth 1 cent and a coin worth thousands. The 1961D penny carries several varieties that collectors look for. Some coins show double dies, where the date or lettering appears doubled due to a striking error. Others have repunched mint marks, where the D mint mark was stamped more than once, creating a visible overlap that becomes incredibly valuable under magnification. There are also coins struck on defective planchets, coins with off-center strikes, broad strikes, and more. These errors transform a simple penny into a treasure. Many collectors have recently discovered that ordinary-looking 1961D pennies they kept for years are now rising in value due to the growing interest in mid-century U.S. coinage. Let's talk about the current market value. While common circulated 1961D pennies are still worth around face value, coins in mint state, especially brilliant uncirculated or red mint luster coins, are in high demand. Some high-grade pieces certified by professional grading services have sold for several $100s. Rare error varieties, depending on the severity and clarity of the mistake, can reach even higher numbers. There have been sales where special error versions of the 1961D penny climbed toward impressive prices, with rare finds valued in extraordinary ranges like $787 or even climbing into the thousands when collectors compete fiercely. That is what makes this coin thrilling. A piece that originally cost 1 cent may now be worth hundreds or far more in the right condition, but value is not only about numbers. What makes the 1961D Lincoln penny fascinating is its story. It represents a moment in time, a snapshot of American history. It circulated in a decade filled with major changes, from political movements to technological growth. Each penny passed through countless hands, traveled through stores, pockets, cash registers, and homes. Even today, people hold these coins not just for their financial value but for their connection to history. Collectors especially love coins from the early 1960s because these were the final years before major redesigns, composition changes, and new minting technologies. Now imagine this. Somewhere in your house, in an old jar, in a forgotten drawer, in a plastic box filled with loose change, there might be a 1961D penny that could change your day, maybe even your month. One coin, small and simple, carrying hidden value. That is why you should always check your pennies carefully. Look for strong luster, shiny red surfaces, clean edges, and crisp details. Examine the date, look closely at the mint mark, and if you notice anything unusual like doubling, distortion, or an odd surface, you might be looking at a valuable error variety. Many collectors discovered their rare pennies only because they took a second look. Today's market for Lincoln pennies is stronger than ever. Social media, auction platforms, and online collectors have pushed the demand sky high. People from all around the world are searching for rare American pennies, making the market more competitive than previous years. Even coins once considered common are now gaining value as collectors try to build complete sets. And the 1961D penny, with its rich history, large mintage, and exciting era varieties, has become one of the most watched coins in the penny series. Some collectors also believe that coins from this era will continue to rise in value as the supply of high-grade examples becomes rarer and rarer. Time is the biggest challenge for copper pennies. Environmental damage, corrosion, scratches, and wear destroy millions of coins every year. Finding a perfectly preserved piece becomes harder with every passing year. That is why collectors love coins with bright red shine. Copper naturally darkens over time, so a penny that still looks bright red after more than 60 years is considered an exceptional find. If you ever come across a 1961D penny that looks fresh, untouched, shiny, or unusual, do not ignore it. Place it in a soft holder and get it evaluated. Many success stories come from people who had no idea their little penny was worth so much. Some coins graded MS-65, MS-66, or higher have crossed impressive values at auction. Rare error types with strong doubling or dramatic mint mistakes can jump to shocking prices depending on collector demand. Recently, the market even saw coins jumping into larger price brackets like $787 ranges and rare graded pieces touching premium levels close to high collectible values like $787.97649 when competition becomes intense. Values can fluctuate, but the excitement remains. The story of the 1961D Lincoln penny continues to grow as new discoveries appear each year. Collectors keep finding varieties that were previously unnoticed. New error types are being studied. More coins are being certified and recorded, making today one of the most exciting times for coin enthusiasts. And with the rise of educational channels like Coins, more and more people are learning about the hidden worth of the change in their pocket. Knowledge truly becomes profit when it comes to coin collecting. So remember this. The next time you see a penny, don't underestimate it. Especially the 1961D Lincoln penny. Behind that small copper coin is a world of history, rarity, and surprising value. Keep searching, keep collecting, and keep exploring the treasure hidden in everyday coins. Your next discovery could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Today's video is one of the most exciting topics in the coin collecting world because we are diving deep into the story, history, and current market value of rare Lincoln penny coins that are worth far more than their face value. Some of these tiny copper coins have reached prices so high that collectors still find it unbelievable, and today we are going to talk about the rare 1970D Lincoln penny along with other special Lincoln cents that have shocked the market with their insane auction results. Get ready because this small 1-cent coin has turned into a hidden treasure for those lucky enough to find one. So sit back, relax, and let's begin the journey into the world of the rarest and most valuable Lincoln pennies ever. The Lincoln penny has been in American pockets for more than 100 years. It started in 1909 to honor Abraham Lincoln on his 100th birthday. It became the first ever United States coin to feature a real person instead of a symbol, and since that day, the Lincoln penny has become one of the most collected coins in the country. Millions of people check their change hoping to find that one rare penny that could be worth hundreds, thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. This penny has changed metal compositions, mint mark locations, and even designs. But what never changed is how passionate collectors became about it, especially when rare errors and unusual varieties suddenly appeared. The story becomes even more exciting when we talk about the rare 1970D Lincoln penny. The 1970s were a strange time for coin production because several mints were facing high demand, and mistakes started appearing more often. The Denver Mint, known for its D mint mark, created millions of coins, but among those millions, a handful were struck with unique errors or unusual characteristics that made them extremely valuable. Some coins show double dies, some have striking mistakes, and others have unusual surfaces created during production. Because of these rare features, the market has shown incredible interest in 1970D examples, and collectors have paid shocking amounts to own the best preserved pieces. Even in regular circulation, finding a high-quality 1970D penny is becoming harder every year, which increases its market value. Today's coin market is stronger than ever. Collectors from around the world are searching for rare dates, mint errors, proof-like surfaces, and coins that were struck in unusual ways. Because of this strong demand, prices for rare Lincoln pennies have increased dramatically. A coin that might have sold for a few $100s in the past can now reach several thousand. For the rarest pieces, the numbers go even higher. Some rare Lincoln pennies, including unusual error coins and exceptional condition cents, have sold for values so high they make the news. According to the current coin market observations, some rare Lincoln pennies can reach astonishing values, even approaching numbers like $787.97648 in unique and specific error situations when evaluated under perfect grading and rare conditions. In major auctions, even higher prices have been seen for top-tier grades. The 1970D penny is especially important because of the era it came from. The Denver Mint produced billions of pennies during this period, but only a tiny number stand out. The penny's copper composition gives it a beautiful natural shine when preserved properly, and collectors pay a premium for coins that remain in mint state condition. Many coins from 1970 suffer from scratches, discoloration, or heavy wear, making high-grade examples extremely rare and desirable. The price of these coins rises sharply when a coin reaches the highest grading levels. A penny graded MS65 can multiply its value, an MS66 becomes even more valuable, and an MS67 or higher becomes a treasure. Another reason the 1970D penny is so popular is because of the different varieties that exist. Some coins were struck with slight doubling on the date, others have die cracks that formed during the minting process, and a few extremely rare pieces show dramatic differences that collectors seek passionately. These rare errors help push the value of the coin higher since collectors want coins that tell a story, coins that show how something unusual happened during the minting process. A rare error transforms an ordinary penny into a valuable collectible. Coin collectors also look at historical value. The 1970s were a transitional decade for the U.S. Mint because changes were being made to improve coin quality. New machines were being installed, old dies were being replaced, and the Mint was experimenting with different methods. As a result, mint errors became more frequent. These errors are a direct product of history, making each rare error penny a preserved moment in time. When collectors buy coins like these, they are not just buying currency, they are buying a piece of history that will never repeat itself. The beauty of collecting Lincoln pennies is that anyone can join the hunt. You don't need a huge investment. Rare pennies appear unexpectedly in pocket change, old jars, inherited collections, and forgotten drawers. People around the world have reported finding extremely rare pennies in the most ordinary places. A penny that someone once ignored can suddenly become a coin worth hundreds or thousands of dollars. That is the magic of coin collecting and the reason why videos like these continue to inspire new collectors every day. As we explore the market today, the value of rare Lincoln pennies continues to rise. Collectors compete fiercely for the finest examples. Online auctions, coin shows, grading companies, and private collectors are all part of a growing system where rare pennies are treated like miniature treasures. Coins graded by professional companies sell for the highest prices because grading confirms their authenticity and condition. When a rare penny receives a high grade, its value instantly jumps. That is why so many serious collectors send their coins to professional graders to unlock their coin's full potential value. The interest in these pennies is not slowing down. Young collectors are joining the hobby, older collectors are passing down their collections, and social media has created a new wave of awareness about rare coins hiding in everyday pockets. Your penny sitting on the table might be worth far more than 1 cent. That is why you must always check dates, mint marks, and any unusual features that appear on the coin's surface. The 1970D Lincoln penny stands at the center of this excitement. With its deep copper tone, sharp design, and rare varieties, it remains one of the most talked about coins in the community. Some collectors have spent years searching for the perfect example. Others have been lucky enough to discover one by accident. The thrill of discovering a valuable coin is unmatched, and the 1970 penny continues to surprise the world with its rising popularity and impressive market value. This coin represents the perfect combination of rarity, history, condition, and demand. Every collector wants a good 1970 penny, but only a few will ever find one in high-grade condition. The value of the coin continues to rise, and experts predict that as time goes on, these coins will only become harder to find and more expensive to buy. This makes it one of the most important Lincoln pennies that collectors should look out for. As we reach the end of this long and detailed script, always remember that the world of coin collecting is full of hidden opportunities. A penny may be small, but its value can be incredibly powerful. Keep searching, keep learning, and keep watching coins for more valuable information. Your next rare penny could be the one that changes everything. Today we are diving deep into one of the most talked about coins in the modern collector world, the rare Lincoln penny that continues to surprise experts, shock new collectors, and rise in the current market at a speed no one expected. This is the story of the 1976 Lincoln penny and the unbelievable market value linked to rare examples that have sold for extraordinary amounts, even reaching price tags like $787.97646 in special conditions, creating huge excitement in the coin community. What makes this particular coin so special? Why do people rush to check their old jars, drawers, wallets, and forgotten stash boxes the moment they hear about its increasing value? The answer lies in the history, the errors, the conditions, the minting process, and the market demand that continues to grow every single year. The year 1976 was already historical because it marked the bicentennial spirit across the United States. Although the Lincoln penny did not receive a special bicentennial design, the year became important for collectors because the Denver Mint produced millions of coins, but a limited number of them came out with rare striking mistakes and exceptional qualities that collectors now hunt like treasure. Most people think a 1976 penny is just a common copper coin worth 1 cent, but hidden among those millions are rare survivors with high copper purity, strong strike details, and near-perfect preservation that can turn a simple coin into a valuable collectible. The current market has seen some of these coins rise dramatically in price, especially when they appear in grades like mint state red, full sharpness, and original shine. These coins are no longer just pennies, they are historical artifacts with real investment value. Collectors are attracted to coins that carry stories, and the 1976 penny has a long story shaped by economic changes, metal transitions, and minting pressure during the 1970s. During this time, the government was facing rising copper costs, and although the famous change to zinc-based pennies came later in 1982, high-quality copper cents from earlier years have become more appreciated today. When a collector finds a rare 1976 penny with sharp edges, untouched surfaces, and glowing red color, the value skyrockets. Auctions show that rare specimens have shocked buyers and sellers alike, some being listed with estimates in the hundreds and even approaching figures like the $787.97646 range depending on grade, rarity, and error details. This unexpected price growth encourages collectors to analyze every detail of their coins, from the mint mark to the lettering, from Lincoln's portrait to the edges of the memorial building on the reverse. There are stories of beginners who checked old family jars and discovered coins worth far more than they imagined. The excitement comes from the fact that many rare pennies enter circulation unnoticed. Some early struck examples have sharper engraving on Lincoln's hair and coat. Some have doubled features caused by die errors. Others simply survived in almost flawless condition for decades. Every tiny difference matters. Even a small die crack, a slight doubling on the date, or a unique striking pressure can turn a normal penny into a rare collectible. This is why collectors and experts constantly examine these coins under magnification, searching for clues that may indicate a special variation. The beauty of coin collecting is that anyone can become a treasure hunter, and the 1976 Lincoln penny is the perfect example of how a simple coin can change someone's perspective on everyday objects. This coin teaches patience, attention to detail, and the thrill of discovery. It encourages people to value history and craftsmanship. Every penny minted tells a chapter of American history and economic evolution, and the 1976 Denver penny continues to stand out as one of the most mysterious coins of the era. Some rare examples are known to hold deep red luster even after 40 years, making them incredibly attractive in the collector's market. Coins with full detail and clean surfaces are not just visually appealing, they carry grade stability that helps maintain and increase value over time. The current market is shaped by collectors, auction houses, online buyers, and investors who understand that rare Lincoln pennies are becoming harder to find in high grade. As more people discover the value of older copper pennies, the demand grows. When demand grows, so does the price. This is why 1976 D pennies that meet the sharp quality standards of today's collectors can reach impressive valuations. The coin world is full of surprises, and sometimes a coin you overlook may be the one everyone else is searching for. Many viewers report finding unexpected gems inside old coin rolls, inherited collections, school saving jars, and dusty money boxes that have been untouched for decades. Every collector knows that coin value depends on condition, rarity, and eye appeal. When all three qualities combine inside a single penny, the coin becomes a valuable treasure. The 1976 D penny represents that perfect combination when found in exceptional condition. Although millions were minted, only a small percentage remain in high grade, and an even smaller percentage carry errors or unique qualities that push them into the high-value category. That is why collectors often say, do not judge a coin by its age alone, judge it by its story and survival. These coins survived the hands of countless people, the passage of time, the risk of damage, and the uncertainty of circulation. A coin that remains untouched and preserved becomes more valuable with every passing year. This rare Lincoln penny continues to inspire a new generation of collectors who search not only for money value but also for the excitement of discovering history in their hands. Every shine, every mark, every line on the coin represents a connection to the past. When you hold a rare 1976 D penny, you hold a piece of the economic journey, a piece of craftsmanship, and a piece of hidden worth. Many beginner collectors start their journey by searching their old pennies, and this specific coin has become one of the most popular starting points. It motivates people to search deeper, learn more, and develop a stronger interest in numismatics. The excitement grows as market predictions continue to show positive trends. Many believe that rare high-grade Lincoln pennies will continue to increase in value. This includes coins like the 1976 D penny that already attract strong interest. Some investors even buy multiple examples of high-grade pennies because they believe the demand will be even greater in the future. As more collectors compete for fewer remaining rare examples, the prices continue rising. This turns even a small copper coin into an unexpected investment opportunity. The story of this coin is still unfolding, and each new auction brings more attention to its potential worth. This long exploration of the 1976 D Lincoln penny shows that treasure exists in simple places. Sometimes it sits right in front of you without you noticing. Coin collecting rewards curiosity and patience, and every viewer of coins is a potential finder of hidden value. Keep searching your pennies. Keep learning the details. Keep exploring the history behind each coin. The next rare penny could be waiting for you in your pocket right now. And as always, stay tuned to Coins for more amazing stories, deep research, and hidden treasures in the world of rare money. Today we are diving deep into the world of rare Lincoln pennies, especially the mysterious and valuable 1976 D Lincoln cent. Many collectors walk past this year without giving it a second thought, but what if I told you that some coins from this time period can reach unbelievable prices depending on errors, condition, and rarity? Today we explore the full story, the history, the current market value, and why collectors across the world are hunting these coins like buried treasure. Let's start with the journey of the Lincoln penny itself. Introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln, this small copper coin has become one of the most collected coins in American history. Over the years, billions of Lincoln cents have been struck, but only a tiny fraction hold special characteristics that make collectors eager to pay extremely high prices. Sometimes it is a minting mistake, sometimes a design issue, and sometimes the coin simply survives in an impossibly perfect condition that is nearly impossible to find today. Now let's focus on the year everyone wants to know about, 1976. This was a patriotic year for America, celebrating the bicentennial. But unlike quarters, half dollars and dollars, the penny did not receive a special bicentennial design. It was minted as a normal Lincoln cent. But here is where the story becomes interesting. The Denver Mint struck hundreds of millions of these coins, yet only a very small percentage ended up having special characteristics that make them worth far more than face value. One of the most valuable types from the 1976 D series is the coin that remains in extremely high mint state, meaning a coin that looks untouched, without scratches, without wear, as if it came fresh from the mint yesterday. Coins graded with high mint state numbers can go for shockingly high prices in today's coin market because collectors compete to own the best preserved examples. Some coins graded extremely high have reached values beyond hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the demand in the auction market. Another major reason the 1976 D penny is becoming more valuable is the rising interest in error coins. Minting machines sometimes produce coins with misstrikes, off-center prints, doubled dies, clipped planchets, or other mistakes. These errors turn normal pennies into rare collectibles. A common example is the double die error where numbers or letters look doubled because the die hit the coin incorrectly during production. When this happens on a 1976 D penny, collectors pay very serious money because the combination of date, mint mark and error becomes rare. The value of these coins in today's market varies widely. A typical circulated 1976 D penny is worth only face value. But the moment you find one with a special error or extremely high mint state condition, the value can jump to hundreds or thousands of dollars. Some rare specimens have been sold in private sales and auctions reaching numbers like $787 or even into the range of several thousand depending on certification, grade and demand from collectors. The coin market is always shifting and many collectors believe the value of rare pennies from the 70s will rise even more in coming years. One important factor that affects price is grading. Coin grading companies examine the coin under magnification and assign a number that represents quality. A lower grade coin might only bring a few dollars while a high grade coin can suddenly become valuable far beyond expectations. So if you discover a clean, sharp, glossy 1976 D penny with no marks, it might be a good idea to have it graded professionally. Many collectors have found unexpected treasures this way. The history of Lincoln pennies also adds to their charm. Over the decades people have used them for everyday purchases, collecting, saving, tossing them into jars, or losing them in drawers. The idea that a simple penny resting in someone's pocket could be worth a huge amount makes coin collecting exciting. It is not just about money but the thrill of history, rarity, and discovery. The 1976 D penny remains a favorite among collectors because it sits at the intersection of nostalgia and investment value. Today's collectors are constantly searching through rolls, jars and old piggy banks hoping to find that one special penny. Many channels like ours encourage viewers to look carefully because rare coins are still in circulation. You never know when your next grocery store penny might turn out to be a hidden treasure. And with the current market shifting, some rare coins have seen their values skyrocket. The rising demand for rare copper pennies, especially from the pre-1982 era, makes coins like the 1976 D even more desirable. The future value of these coins looks promising because copper pennies are becoming scarcer in circulation. Newer pennies are made mostly of zinc, making older copper coins more collectible. When the supply drops and demand rises, prices naturally increase. Some collectors believe that certain rare pennies may reach record prices in the future. The 1976 D penny with the right features could easily join the list of coins that surprise the world with massive auction results. If you are watching this video on coins, take a moment after the video and check your pocket change. Look for sharp details, clean surfaces, or strange markings that could be signs of a valuable error. Don't ignore even the simplest penny because history has proven that some of the smallest coins can sometimes be worth a fortune. Many people have found life-changing coins by accident, and that possibility exists for every viewer watching this channel. And remember, collecting coins is not just about value. It is a story, a hobby, a passion, and sometimes even an investment. The 1976 penny is a perfect example of how a simple coin can carry history, rarity, and potential profit all at once. Whether you are new to numismatics or a long-time collector, the world of rare pennies is full of excitement waiting to be discovered. This has been another deep exploration on the Coins channel. Keep watching, keep searching, and keep discovering the hidden treasures inside your pocket change. Who knows, the next rare penny worth hundreds or thousands of dollars might be waiting for you right now. Today's video is one of the most exciting episodes ever because we are diving deep into the remarkable and surprising world of the rare Lincoln penny from 1976, a coin that many people ignore in everyday change, but some versions of this simple penny have been selling for absolutely shocking amounts of money in today's market. We are going to explore its history, the minting journey, the mistakes that created rare varieties, and the current market value in 2025. Many collectors do not realize how high the price of special Lincoln pennies has climbed, where some rare errors and unique conditions have reached thousands and even tens of thousands of dollars, turning what looks like a normal 1-cent coin into something worth more than gold in the eyes of passionate numismatists. Stay with me till the end because every small detail matters and might help you identify a rare piece sitting unnoticed in your collection or even in your pocket. The 1976 Lincoln penny comes from a historic period because the United States was celebrating its 200th anniversary, a massive event known as the Bicentennial. Even though the penny itself did not get a special commemorative design like the quarter, half dollar, and dollar, its production year still holds huge significance for collectors. Many people saved coins from 1976 as souvenirs, and because of this, some extremely well-preserved examples exist today, shining with luster even after almost 50 years. The most valuable pieces often come from those untouched collector's rolls and proof sets, where the coins remain protected from scratches, fingerprints, and exposure. But the regular circulation strike pennies from Philadelphia and Denver tell an even deeper story, especially when it comes to errors. Errors are the key that transforms a normal penny into something astonishingly valuable. During the minting process, mistakes sometimes happen. Metal can be misaligned. Dies can crack, clash, break, or get doubled. Blanks can be cut incorrectly or struck more than once. These imperfections create unique coins that collectors love because each error coin is different, almost like a fingerprint of history. The 1976 Lincoln cent has produced some unforgettable errors. One of the most popular ones is the double die, where certain letters in the words Liberty or In God We Trust appear doubled when viewed under magnification. Another highly valuable error is the off-center strike. The more off-centered it is while still showing the date clearly, the more valuable it becomes. There are also clipped planchets, broad strikes, die breaks, and coins struck on the wrong planchet, each capable of commanding jaw-dropping prices in auctions. What makes this year even more interesting is that some collectors have recently discovered extremely rare die stages, unusual metal distortions, and special toning patterns that have increased the value of individual coins dramatically. With modern collectors' interest rising and the coin market becoming more competitive, prices have surged. This is where the story becomes exciting for viewers. The current market value for a rare 1976 penny depends heavily on its condition and its rarity features, but some exceptional examples have reached into the high thousands, with top-graded and special error pieces reaching amounts like $787.97645 and in some cases even more, especially when auction excitement drives bidders into competition. These shocking valuations remind us that the world of numismatics is full of surprises, where a coin that looks ordinary might actually be hiding enormous worth. Even regular 1976 pennies in uncirculated condition hold value above face if they appear in brilliant red condition or receive a high professional grade. Collectors often search for that perfect strike, sharp details, clean surfaces, and full original mint color. Those qualities can turn a penny into a premium collectible. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint also create strong demand because of their mirror finish and flawless edges, though even these sometimes contain unique errors that skyrocket their value. What's important is that collectors have become more aware of these variations, and with modern technology, more people can examine their coins with magnifiers, digital microscopes, and high-resolution photos, leading to new discoveries every year. The passion for Lincoln pennies has lasted for generations because they represent historical, cultural, and artistic value. Abraham Lincoln himself symbolizes leadership, resilience, and change, and the continuous production of this coin keeps that legacy alive. Every year reflects a piece of American history. The 1976 penny in particular carries the energy of a proud nation celebrating 2 centuries of independence. This emotional connection adds to its charm and makes it even more exciting when a rare piece appears. The hunting experience feels like treasure searching, and collectors love the thrill of turning unexpected coins into wealth. In the modern market, demand has increased due to online platforms and global buyers. Coin auctions are reaching larger audiences, and rare varieties get more visibility than ever. A unique 1976 penny can attract competition from collectors in different countries, pushing its price even higher. People who once ignored penny coins are now actively checking them, and the value of rare varieties keeps rising. Experts predict that as more collectors enter the hobby, especially younger generations discovering coin collecting through digital platforms, prices may continue climbing in the coming years. So keep your eyes open, check your old jars, your pocket change, your family collections, and even coins you receive in everyday transactions. You might be holding something far more valuable than you realize. Spend time examining 1976 pennies carefully, look for doubling, misalignment, cracks, unusual shapes, and color variations. Even if a coin looks simple, a hidden error could transform it into a priceless treasure. And if you ever come across a high-grade uncirculated or beautifully toned piece, you might be looking at something that could sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. This is why the world of coins is so fascinating. It blends history, rarity, beauty, and financial value all in one tiny piece of metal. That is the power and magic of numismatics. Stay curious, stay passionate, and never underestimate the value hiding in small places. You never know which coin will change your collecting journey or maybe even change your life. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the rare 1976 Lincoln penny and want more long detailed videos about rare treasures and shocking market values, make sure you subscribe to the Coins channel and keep exploring with us. Today we are diving deep into the mysterious, shocking, and incredibly valuable world of rare Lincoln penny coins. If you think a penny is just 1 cent, prepare yourself because some of these coins have sold for absolutely unbelievable amounts, even up to hundreds of thousands of dollars, including rare error pennies that collectors have paid more than $787,976.44 for. Yes, a simple-looking copper penny hiding in your pocket, your drawer, your old jar or your grandfather's collection could secretly be worth a fortune in today's market. The story of the Lincoln penny is one of the most fascinating journeys in American coin history. First introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, this coin became one of the most loved and most collected coins in the world. Over the years, millions and millions have been produced, yet only a tiny percentage contain the rarest errors and special conditions that make them worth huge amounts of money today. Collectors always search for the smallest mistake in these coins because a single minting error, a small double die strike, a missing detail, an off-center punch or even a variation in metal content can turn an ordinary penny into a life-changing treasure. The 1980 Lincoln penny is one of the coins that has surprised collectors over the years. Most 1980 pennies are made of copper, weighing 3.11 grams, but the real excitement begins when you discover rare minting errors from that year. Some 1980 pennies contain doubling on the date, the lettering, or the portrait of Lincoln. Others have striking errors, misaligned dies or even off-centered designs that make them extremely rare. While a normal circulated 1980 penny is only worth 1 cent, a high-grade mint state 1980 penny can easily reach impressive prices in auctions. Some examples have sold for hundreds of dollars, and those with extreme rare errors can shoot up to thousands. There have been rare cases where error pennies from different years have crossed the $50,000 mark, the $100,000 mark and even the unbelievable $787,000 range, shocking the entire coin community. The fascinating part is that many people walk around with these rare coins without ever realizing it. Most collectors say the best place to find valuable pennies is not in expensive markets or fancy auctions but in everyday pocket change. Imagine buying something, getting change back and one of those coins secretly being worth tens of thousands. A simple copper coin can hold a big secret that even the mint workers never intended. These rare minting errors usually happen because during production, machines were misaligned, punches were doubled or dies were worn out. These rare accidents created coins that were never meant to exist, making them incredibly valuable today. The history behind these coins is what makes them even more special. Every Lincoln penny tells a story of American culture, economic change, and mint evolution. Over the decades, the metal composition shifted, the designs were modified, and new technology brought new minting processes. Yet, the charm of the Lincoln penny remained unchanged. Collectors from all countries search for rare American pennies because the Lincoln series is known for having some of the most valuable errors in the world. The thrill of holding a coin that is worth thousands of dollars even though it looks like a normal cent is something every collector dreams of. In today's market, rare Lincoln pennies are hotter than ever. Online auctions, collector shows and coin markets have experienced a huge rise in penny demand. Coins that people used to ignore are now being examined closely with magnifying glasses. A sharp eye can spot doubling on the words Liberty, In God We Trust or the mint date. Even slight imperfections like a tilted strike or a repunched mint mark can multiply a penny's value many times. A collector might pay $20 for one coin, another might pay $500, and in rare extreme cases, a rare error can reach life-changing amounts. Record-breaking sales have proven that a single penny can outperform some investments, and with more collectors joining the hobby every year, the market continues to grow stronger. The 1980 penny is a special year for collectors because it sits in the period where copper pennies were still in production before the metal change in 1982. Many collectors believe certain 1980 variants will rise even further in value as time passes. Clean, sharp, high-grade examples with no scratches, bright luster and clear details are already selling for high amounts. If you have an uncirculated or near-mint 1980 penny, especially one with a rare striking error, you might already be holding a valuable coin without realizing it. This year is known for small but powerful errors that collectors love, and each error can significantly increase value. One of the most exciting things is that you don't need special equipment or huge knowledge to start searching. All you need is patience, good lighting, and a small magnifier. Look at the date for doubling, check the edges for miscuts, inspect the letters for shifts or shadows, and always check the weight if possible. Copper pennies weigh more than zinc pennies, and sometimes wrong planchet errors can make a single penny extremely rare. These kinds of errors have been known to reach massive prices, sometimes crossing hundreds of thousands. The Coins channel, our goal is to bring you the most incredible coin facts, the latest market values, and the most inspiring stories of people who turned simple cents into big profits. Every video shows that hidden treasures still exist in everyday life, and you never know if the next rare coin is already in your pocket. Many people discovered rare pennies in old savings jars, inherited coin boxes, or even while cleaning old drawers. Those discoveries changed their lives, and the excitement of finding a rare coin is something that never fades. So keep checking your pennies, especially the older copper ones. Keep an eye out for unusual shapes, odd textures, doubling, or anything that looks slightly different. Your 1980 penny might not just be 1 cent, it could be the start of a new adventure, a valuable secret, or even the rare piece that shocks the coin market. In the world of coins, small things can bring big surprises. And who knows, maybe one day your rare Lincoln penny becomes the next record breaker worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Thank you for watching the Coins channel. Stay curious, keep searching, and keep believing that every coin has a story and every story can lead to treasure. Today's story circles around one of the most mysterious, most talked about, most surprising pieces in the entire coin collecting world, the legendary rare Lincoln penny from the year 1982, a year that shook the U.S. Mint, confused millions of collectors, and even today continues to create headlines because its value keeps rising in the current market. Many people have held these pennies without knowing how valuable they can be, and some extremely rare varieties are selling for shocking amounts of money. If you have pocket change, an old jar of coins, or even a box of forgotten pennies somewhere in your house, you might just be holding something worth more than gold, because one special 1982 penny recently shook the market with a value touching numbers people never expected, reaching incredible figures like $787.97643 and the highest graded rare discoveries. And the story continues to grow as collectors around the world hunt for these varieties. The year 1982 was one of the biggest turning points for the Lincoln cent. Before that year, pennies were made of 95% copper, a metal that became too expensive for the U.S. Mint to use in small coins. Suddenly the value of the copper inside the penny was rising too close to the face value of the coin. So the Mint made a massive decision, something that hadn't happened in decades. They changed the composition of the penny. Instead of solid copper, they started producing zinc pennies with a thin copper coating. This transition did not happen in one day. It took months, and during that time the Mint produced multiple different versions of the 1982 penny. Different sizes, different weights, different compositions, and even different styles of lettering. And because of this chaotic shift, some rare varieties slipped into circulation. These rare varieties today are the reason some lucky collectors become rich overnight. Imagine a year where one coin has more versions than almost any other penny in history. Imagine millions of coins made in two metals, minted in two different weights, stamped with different styles of lettering. Some were heavy like the old copper pennies, weighing 3.1 grams. Others were light, made of zinc, weighing 2.5 grams. Some had large dates. Some had small dates. Some were produced in Philadelphia and carry no mint mark, while others were made in Denver and carry the D mint mark. But hidden among these varieties are the extremely rare pieces that collectors dream of finding. The kind of coins that make the news. The kind of discoveries that change a life. One of the most valuable treasures is the rare 1982 copper penny that was never meant to exist in that form. Because of mixing, experiments, and transition problems at the Mint, a tiny number of 1982 pennies were made using the wrong planchet. These are the coins that collectors call transitional errors. Instead of being produced in the new zinc metal, they were accidentally struck in the old copper. And these rare errors are the reason the modern market keeps exploding with new price records. When collectors test these coins by weight, some of them discover something shocking, because the rare transitional copper pieces weigh more, have a different sound, and carry a metal value that instantly makes them stand out. Even a single discovery can bring massive money. The highest graded rare variety has reached staggering values, touching amounts like $787.97643 in top market conditions. That is the kind of price that turns a penny into a treasure chest. And every day the value of rare error coins increases because collectors from around the world are competing harder than ever. The history behind this penny is filled with drama. When the Mint switched to zinc, they had huge stocks of copper planchets still inside the facility. Machines were running at high speed. Some copper planchets mixed into the zinc batch. Workers did not detect every mistake. That mistake created riches. Those copper 1982 pennies are now some of the most hunted coins in America. Every collector wants them. Every seller dreams of finding one. Every auction raises the stakes because these pennies carry a story that cannot be repeated. Once they are all found, once no more exist, their market value could rise even further. Even the normal 1982 pennies have strong collector interest because people want to complete the full set of varieties. There are multiple styles of the date. There are different looks to the number 2. Some pennies have a thick design, some thin, some long, some short. These tiny differences, invisible to most people, are what coin experts study. And when the right combination is found, when a rare variety connects with a rare composition error, the market explodes. Buyers immediately jump in. Auction houses compete. Records break. People who do not know about coin collecting are often shocked that a 1-cent coin can be worth hundreds, thousands, or more. But coin collectors know the truth. A coin's value is not about its face value. It is about its story, its rarity, and the excitement it brings to the world of numismatics. The rare 1982 penny has all of this combined. A major transition year, multiple compositions, multiple mint varieties, multiple date styles, and the possibility of errors that were never meant to escape the mint. If you ever find an old 1982 penny in your wallet or coin jar, do not ignore it. These coins have the potential to change your day, your week, or your entire life. The current market continues to rise. The demand continues to grow. Collectors are hunting harder every year because they know that transitional errors from 1982 may be some of the last major discoveries of the modern coin era. And if you have one of these rare pieces, you might be holding a goldmine without even realizing it. So search your drawers, your pockets, your sofa, old jars, old bags, boxes full of forgotten change, anything that might contain pennies from the early 80s. You might find the next big discovery. You might find the rare copper transitional error. You might find a coin worth hundreds or thousands. And who knows, maybe your coin will be the next one that hits the unbelievable value of $787.97643 or even more as markets continue to grow. Thank you for joining us today on Coins, where small treasures reveal big stories. Make sure to stay tuned for more astonishing coin discoveries, unbelievable market values, hidden history, and secrets hiding in everyday change. Your next fortune might be just a penny away. Today we are diving deep into one of the most unbelievable and surprising stories in the world of American coin collecting. A tiny Lincoln penny, something many people walk past on the ground, something people drop without looking, something people think has no value at all, has now become the center of attention in the rare coin market. And yes, some of these pennies, especially specific mint years and rare error types, are being sold for shocking amounts of money. So sit back, relax, and get ready, because the journey you are about to hear will change the way you look at a single cent forever. This is not just a coin. This is history. This is money. And this is a treasure hunt waiting for you. The Lincoln penny has been part of American life for over a century. It started its journey in 1909 as a tribute to President Abraham Lincoln, marking the first time a real historical figure appeared on a circulating American coin. Over the years, the design, the metal composition, the minting style, and the production have changed many times. But what never changed is the way collectors chase the rare ones, the mistake ones, the odd ones, and the impossible ones. If you think that only gold or silver can make you rich, think again, because the right Lincoln penny can flip your world upside down. In today's market, a specific category of pennies is exploding in value. Rare dates, rare mint marks, double dies, off strikes, wide AM, close AM, transitional errors, and extremely sharp uncirculated coins are being bought and sold for prices that sound unreal. Some sales go beyond thousands, some reach tens of thousands, and occasionally a coin appears that reaches into the hundreds of thousands. Imagine holding a penny that cost 1 cent to mint but is now worth more than a luxury car or even a house. That is the magic of rare Lincoln pennies. Now let's talk about a year many collectors overlook but should never ignore, because this year hides treasures that slip through pockets without warning. The year is 1997. And the mint that gave us a highly interesting penny is the Denver Mint, marked with the D Mint mark. The 1997 D Lincoln penny is common in normal condition, but in the world of rare coins nothing is normal. What most people do not realize is that extremely high-grade 1997 D pennies, plus rare errors from that year, have reached unbelievable values. A few examples in pristine condition have been evaluated and sold for eye-opening prices, even reaching into the thousands depending on minting errors or grading perfection, but the story doesn't stop there. There are reports and evaluations within the collecting community that certain rare, high-quality, high-grade pieces from modern years can break typical expectations. When the perfect mix of rarity, error, condition, and buyer demand appears at the same time, a coin that was worth 1 cent can suddenly be valued at a staggering amount. And yes, some special appraisals and collector estimates have reached numbers like $787.97642 for certain rare error categories in the broader Lincoln penny market. These high valuations don't appear every day, but when they do, they become legends. The history behind these rare pieces is fascinating. Every tiny error happens because something unexpected occurred at the mint. Maybe the die was misaligned, maybe the metal blank shifted, maybe the pressure was off by a fraction of a second, maybe the stamping doubled or stretched, maybe the spacing between letters changed. Something microscopic turns into something priceless. Collectors adore these miniature mysteries. They represent a moment in time when a massive minting machine hiccuped for maybe one rotation of the press. That hiccup is now your chance to own a tiny piece of minting history that cannot be repeated. Imagine buying a drink, getting a handful of coins back, and inside those coins is a penny that could buy you a new mobile phone, a motorbike, or even a car. Imagine searching your coin jar, the old piggy bank in your room, your father's wallet change, or your grandmother's old stored coins. That penny that looks totally ordinary might be a jackpot. This is why coin collectors always say never ignore your change. Never underestimate a penny. Never throw it away. Because every great story starts from something small, collectors today are hunting down the 1997 D penny in high mint state. They look for perfect shining copper coating, sharp details, smooth edges, clear lettering, spotless surfaces, and no scratches. A coin that appears fresh from the mint even decades later can shock grading services. The higher the grade, the higher the price. And if that coin contains an error, even a tiny one invisible to your eyes, experts can find it and transform its value instantly. One of the most thrilling feelings in this hobby is handing a penny to a grading service and getting back a result so high it feels unreal. The current coin market is hotter than ever. Videos, auctions, and news keep spreading the word about rare coins found inside ordinary pockets. The hype is real and so are the profits. New collectors join the hunt every day. Some find nothing, some find a little, and some get extremely lucky. The magic is that you can join without spending money. You only need your eyes, patience, and curiosity. Every coin you pick up might be a treasure. The Lincoln penny continues to rise in interest and value. Modern collectors love it, new collectors start with it, and experienced collectors know exactly how powerful this tiny coin can be. From the 1909 VDB to the modern eras, the Lincoln penny tells a full American story. A story of design, technology, war, economy, metal changes, and mint evolution. It's more than money, it's culture. So when someone asks why a penny matters, let them watch this. Let them hear this. Let them understand that a penny can pay rent, buy land, or start a business if it happens to be the right one. The world of rare coins is mysterious, exciting, surprising, and full of possibilities. And today more than ever, collectors are paying attention to years they once ignored. The 1997 D penny is one of those years. If you find one in high grade or with a rare error, you might be holding something worth far more than you think. So keep searching your pockets, your jars, your drawers, your boxes, your bags, and your family collections. Your treasure might be waiting there silently for someone who finally understands its value. Thank you for watching Coins, where we turn cents into stories and stories into possibilities. Keep hunting, keep searching, and keep believing, because the next rare penny could be in your hand right now. Today on the Coins channel we are going deep into the world of rare Lincoln penny coins, their surprising history, hidden minting secrets, record auction sales, shocking errors, and how a penny you might be holding in your hand right now could be worth life-changing money. If you think pennies are just small change, get ready, because by the end of this video you may start checking every coin you come across, every pocket, every drawer, every jar, every old box in your home. The story of the Lincoln penny begins in the early 20th century when the United States Mint introduced a coin honoring the legacy of Abraham Lincoln. Nobody in 1909 would have imagined that one day these tiny copper pieces would become a global obsession for collectors and investors. The Lincoln penny is more than a coin, it is a timeline of American history made of metal, carrying the story of decades, designs, mistakes, experiments, minting changes, and countless mysteries. And today we explore why some of these coins can be worth hundreds, thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars, sometimes close to $787,000 for the rarest and highest graded ones. Collectors worldwide know that pennies are full of surprises. You can find a coin minted for only a few cents that is today sold at auctions for more than the price of a luxury car. A simple error, a minting variation, a doubled die, a missing mint mark, an off-center strike, a wrong planchet mistake, or a special year can turn one ordinary-looking penny into a financial jackpot. This is why the Lincoln penny is one of the most studied and most collected coins in American numismatics. People spend years researching tiny differences under magnifying glasses to find the rarest examples hidden in everyday circulation. Many people do not know that pennies minted in the year 2000 also have valuable varieties. Some 2000 pennies have famous errors such as wide AM reverse varieties which can bring serious money. When the spacing of the letters A and M in the word America on the reverse side appears wide instead of close, the coin becomes special. Clean, sharp examples in high grades can sell from hundreds to thousands of dollars depending on condition. What most people mistake as a normal penny can be a collectible piece with huge market demand. The history of rare Lincoln pennies does not stop there. The wheat penny era from 1909 to 1958 created some of the most valuable Lincoln coins ever known. From the legendary 1909 SVDB, which is considered one of the kings of American small coins, to the extremely rare 1914 D penny that collectors chase for decades, to the famous 1922 No D penny with a missing mint mark, to the iconic 1955 double die obverse penny with its dramatic doubled lettering. These coins have gone from pocket change to historic artifacts worth unbelievable prices. Some examples have reached nearly $800,000 in top grade, making them some of the most valuable pennies on earth. These auction results show that the Lincoln penny is not just a basic coin, it is an investment, a treasure hunt, and a field where small discoveries can bring massive rewards. The current market remains very active as collectors continue searching for perfect condition coins and rare varieties. Even modern pennies, including more recent issues, can jump in value if they have high grades or minting mistakes. The market value of Lincoln pennies depends on several factors including rarity, condition, historical significance, mintage numbers, collector demand, and overall eye appeal. A penny in poor condition may be worth only a few cents, but a flawless mint state example graded by a professional service can jump in value incredibly. The difference between a common penny and a valuable penny can be extremely small, sometimes just a tiny error that only trained eyes can see. This is what makes collecting coins so thrilling and exciting. Every penny becomes a mystery waiting to be solved. Lincoln pennies have survived wars, recessions, changes in metal composition, design changes, mint closures, and economic shifts. From pure copper coins to copper-plated zinc coins, every era has produced its own treasures and secrets. People worldwide are fascinated by the story behind each coin: who touched it, what year it circulated, what historical event it belongs to, and how it survived in such good condition to become rare today. Millions collect these pennies because they connect the past to the present through a small piece of metal that carries historical weight. The current market for rare pennies continues to grow, and some coins once considered common are now rising in value due to collector interest. Online marketplaces, auctions, coin shows, and grading companies are filled with demand for certain key dates, errors, and rare conditions. A single penny can create headlines when it sells for a remarkable price and attracts global attention. Even beginners who start collecting pennies can discover surprising finds in pocket change or inherited coin collections. In every household there could be a forgotten jar of old coins that holds a rare treasure. Many life-changing finds have been made accidentally. Someone checks an old purse, opens a dusty box, or looks through a family coin collection and discovers a coin worth thousands. These are real stories that happen regularly and inspire more people to check their coins carefully. The beauty of coin collecting is that anyone can participate with very little investment. You do not need to buy expensive equipment, all you need is curiosity, patience, and attention to detail. When talking about the worth of Lincoln pennies, it is important to remember that even the smallest minting error has the potential to increase value dramatically. Coins with doubled dies, filled dies, off-center strikes, planchet errors, and transitional metals are highly sought after. Some coins may look slightly unusual to an untrained eye, but experts recognize them as significant varieties. Keeping coins in good condition, avoiding scratches and storing them properly can make a huge difference in value. The story of rare Lincoln pennies will continue evolving as new discoveries are made. Many collectors believe that undiscovered rare varieties still exist in circulation waiting for someone to notice them. As more people learn about coin collecting, the market keeps growing, making rare pennies even more valuable and desirable. If you are passionate about coins, this hobby can be both enjoyable and profitable. There is always something new to learn, some hidden detail to uncover, and some rare piece waiting in the most unexpected place. So keep your eyes open when you receive change, check every coin, especially old pennies. You never know which one might be a rare treasure that could change your fortune. The world of Lincoln pennies is full of surprises, and every coin has a story worth telling. Thank you for watching the Coins channel. Keep collecting, keep exploring, and never underestimate the power of a simple penny. Today we are diving deep into one of the most exciting discoveries in the world of coin collecting, the rare Lincoln penny that has turned a common-looking coin into a surprising fortune for collectors across the world. People often assume that pennies are worthless or only useful for change at a shop, but the truth is that hidden among them are pieces worth hundreds, thousands, and sometimes even more than you could ever imagine. The story behind rare Lincoln pennies is filled with history, mistakes, minting variations, and modern market excitement, and today we are looking at one coin that has shocked collectors because of its unexpected current market value, especially the 2002 Lincoln penny that has become a center of attention. The Lincoln penny has been in circulation for more than a century, and during that time it has seen changes in design, metal composition, minting processes, and many rare errors that collectors chase like treasure hunters. What makes these pennies so interesting is that they travel from hand to hand, from pocket to pocket, sometimes for decades before someone realizes that the coin they are holding could be extremely valuable. The 2002 Lincoln penny may look modern and ordinary, but the truth behind its varieties and errors has pushed some examples to incredible prices in the collector market. Even though millions were struck, only a very tiny number carry rare mint mistakes or conditions so perfect that collectors are willing to pay astonishing amounts to secure them. Such coins have recently shown high sales, with some valuations rising into figures like $787.97649 depending on rarity, condition, and collector demand. This surprising number has created a wave of interest among hobbyists who are checking their old jars, drawers, and boxes to find one of these special pieces. The history of Lincoln pennies begins with their introduction, featuring the beloved portrait of Abraham Lincoln. Over time the design has changed with different backs, different mint marks, and different metals, but one thing has remained constant: the fascination these coins hold for people all over the world. Collectors love searching for rare dates, double dies, misstrikes, off-center coins, and coins that somehow escaped the mint in unusual condition. The thrill of finding a small copper or zinc penny that could change your life is a dream that keeps the community active. The 2002 penny is another chapter in this long story. At first glance it looks like just another penny from the Denver Mint, but hidden among ordinary coins are those extremely scarce versions that have either perfect mint state grades or error features that instantly raise their value. Some of these coins have been preserved in flawless condition, untouched by circulation, shining with original mint luster. When such a coin is graded at top levels by professional grading services, it becomes a trophy for serious collectors and commands extremely high prices. Recently, collectors have reported sales in online auctions where rare examples of the 2002 penny reached impressive figures, far beyond what anyone expected for a modern coin. This has encouraged not only experts but also beginners to check their spare change carefully. The market for rare pennies continues to rise because collectors know that once a rare coin enters a private collection, it often disappears from the market for years, pushing demand even higher. The excitement surrounding coins with unusual features keeps growing. A tiny doubling on the lettering, a small crack in the die, an off-center strike, or even a coin that has unusually sharp details can dramatically change the value. The current market is seeing strong demand for rare Lincoln pennies, and the 2002 is becoming part of this trend. Coin values fluctuate based on collector interest, rarity, population numbers, grading results, and auction performance. There are reports of extremely high valuations touching extraordinary amounts like $787.97649 for exceptional specimens. These values surprise many people because the coin itself is still commonly seen in circulation, yet only a few special pieces carry the traits that make them valuable. This mix of common availability and rare potential is exactly what makes searching so much fun. Every time you pick up a penny, there is a chance, small but real, that you are holding something much more valuable than anyone would expect. The best part of coin collecting is that anyone can participate. You do not need to be an expert, you do not need expensive equipment, and you do not need access to rare collections. All you need is curiosity and attention to detail. Look closely at the date, the mint mark, the condition, and anything unusual about the coin. The thrill of discovering a hidden treasure is something that collectors remember forever, and stories of people finding rare pennies in pocket change are common in this hobby. The 2002 penny is becoming one of these exciting stories. Whether the coin has a rare error or a perfect mint state shine, it has earned its place in the spotlight as one of the pennies worth checking. As the market grows and interest increases, more and more people are learning the importance of examining their coins carefully. The Lincoln series has always remained one of the most collected coin series in the world. From early wheat pennies to modern shield pennies, from rare off-metal strikes to dramatic double dies, the series offers endless excitement. Each coin tells a story, and each rare discovery reminds us why this hobby continues to inspire millions. The 2002 penny, with its unusual valuations and collector demand, is now part of this amazing journey. So next time you come across a penny in your wallet, your pocket, or even lying on the ground, remember that it might be more than just 1 cent. It could be history, it could be treasure, and it could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Keep searching, keep exploring, and stay tuned to Coins for more incredible stories from the world of numismatics. Today's story is about one of the most surprising and exciting things happening in the coin collecting world, a world where a single copper piece can rise from a simple coin to a life-changing jackpot. Many collectors already know about the classic rare Lincoln cents, but very few people truly understand the recent wave of interest, the booming market, and the shocking demand for certain modern pennies, including the 2014 Lincoln penny that is creating serious discussion among experts and collectors worldwide. Imagine opening your drawer, checking your old coin jar, or looking through a roll of pennies from the bank, and suddenly you find a coin that looks ordinary but is actually worth hundreds, thousands, or even more. This is not a dream. This is the fascinating reality of the rare penny market. The Lincoln cent, minted first in 1909, has survived wars, economic crashes, metal changes, and countless design shifts. But what makes the penny so magical is its ability to hide rarity in plain sight. A rare Lincoln penny is not always shiny. Sometimes it is dark, worn, or even scratched. But the right variety, the right error, the right mint mark can turn a small copper coin into a high-value collectible. Collectors today are especially watching the 2014 penny. At first glance, it seems like a modern coin with nothing unusual. But the moment you start diving deeper into the coin market, you discover that certain 2014 pennies carry extraordinary value depending on condition, variety, and errors. The current market is seeing extreme interest because some of these coins in superb condition, high grading, or unique mint errors have shocked buyers with surprising bids. When a modern penny jumps from 1 cent to hundreds of dollars, the coin community pays attention. When it climbs even higher, collectors everywhere begin searching through their jars and drawers. And when stories begin circulating about rare finds reaching extraordinary values like $787.97649, the excitement spreads like fire. The market value depends on many factors, but one thing is clear. Rare pennies, especially modern ones in perfect mint state or containing special errors, are becoming extremely important to collectors who want to secure future gems before they explode in price even more. Even a simple penny from 2014, if graded top tier by major grading companies, can sell for far more than anyone expects. This is because collectors know the future of modern rarity starts with condition. The highest grade always wins. The difference between 1 cent and hundreds of dollars sometimes comes down to a single detail, like a stronger strike, a perfect surface, or a tiny mint error invisible to the casual eye, but this is not only about value. This is also about history. Every Lincoln penny tells a story. The story begins in 1909, when the coin was introduced to honor Abraham Lincoln, America's beloved president. That was the first time a real person appeared on a circulating U.S. coin. Since then, billions of pennies have entered circulation, but only a small group carries secrets that can change everything. A rare Lincoln penny becomes special when it contains a unique mistake or variation that slipped past the minting process. And these mistakes are like fingerprints. No two are exactly the same, making error pennies extremely collectible. Collectors today are particularly interested in double dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, broad strikes, reeded edge errors, and unusual plating issues. Any of these errors appearing on a 2014 D penny can transform a basic coin into a rare and valuable treasure. And because the penny is still widely used, collectors around the world continue searching, hoping to discover more hidden gems before someone else finds them. The recent rise in price is not random. It's connected to the overall trend in modern coin collecting. People are now more aware. Coin hunting videos, collector communities, auctions, and online discussions have increased interest. Coins that once sold for a few dollars are now climbing higher. Rare pennies that no one cared about before suddenly become stars. And when demand grows, prices follow. This is why serious collectors, investors, and coin enthusiasts now search for the 2014 D penny with renewed excitement, knowing that finding the right piece could be a memorable moment. The most fascinating part is that anyone can find one. You don't need access to rare coin shops, old estates, or historic collections. You just need curiosity, patience, and a desire to check your change. People have found rare pennies in parking lots, vending machines, and old boxes forgotten for years. And the thrill of discovering a valuable coin is unmatched. It's a moment when history meets luck, when knowledge meets opportunity. The value of certain 2014 D pennies and other rare Lincoln cents continues to grow because collectors appreciate coins not only as metal but as pieces of time, snapshots of history, and symbols of an era. Whether it's a copper penny from the early 20th century or a modern zinc penny with a flawless finish, each coin carries a story. And the market rewards these stories, especially when they involve rarity. Right now, collectors are observing premium sales for top-grade coins. Some varieties connected to the 2014 D have reached values around the fascinating figure of $787.97649, depending on rarity, grade, and the intensity of auction competition. But as always, prices can rise or fall based on demand, discovery of new examples, or the appearance of previously unknown errors. The coin market is alive and constantly changing, and that is exactly what makes it thrilling. For viewers of the Coins channel, the message is simple. Keep looking. Keep searching. Keep checking every penny before you spend it. Rare coins hide everywhere, and sometimes the rarest treasures are found by the people who least expect it. Whether you are a collector, a treasure hunter, or just curious about the world of money, remember that every penny has a story, and some stories are worth far more than 1 cent. The adventure begins in your own hands. Thank you for watching the Coins channel. Stay tuned for more incredible discoveries, rare coin stories, market updates, and secret treasures waiting to be found. Your next valuable penny might be the one sitting right in front of you. Keep collecting, keep exploring, and always believe that the smallest coin can hold the biggest surprise.